Conservative new media viewers, Charlotte Hornets fans around the world, JLin fans around the world. What's up? It's me, PFE, Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. We're here to discuss Charlotte's 102-97 defeat tonight to the Chicago Bulls in Chicago, Illinois. With the victory, the Bulls improved to 6-3 on the season, and the Hornets fall to 4-5 after their 4-1 stretch where they got themselves back to 500. Let's go through the statistics quickly. Jimmy Butler, 27 points. It was big for the Bulls down the stretch. Pau Gasol, 19 points, 13 rebounds. Joakim Noah off the bench, 3 points, 18 rebounds, 6 assists. Etuan Moore, 11 points. And Taj Gibson, 12 points. For the Hornets, Nicholas Batum, 28 points, 8 rebounds. He had a monster game. Kemba Walker, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Kemba also had 3 steals. Marvin Williams played a terrific game, 14 points, 5 rebounds. And off the bench, Jeremy Lamb, 12 points, 9 rebounds. JLin, 4 points in 17 minutes played. Jeremy shot 2 of 7 from the field, including 0 of 1 from three-point range. No free throw attempts, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 steals, no block shots, no turnovers, no personal fouls. Jeremy's plus-minus was a -15, which was tied with Spencer Hawes for the lowest on the Hornets. What happened in the game was Chicago was the better team for a lot of this night. They dominated the rebounds 57-45. The thing that kept Charlotte in this game and which came close to letting them win was they shot the three-pointer extremely well. They set a franchise record by hitting 15 three-pointers out of 33 attempts for a 46% clip. The rebounding hurt the Hornets. The other thing that hurt the Hornets was that Chicago had 14 more made free throw attempts. So Chicago was more aggressive. They got to the line more. And to be quite honest with you, they got favorable calls quite often in this game. That hurt Charlotte. The other two things, Chicago got to the paint more. As I said, they were more aggressive, so they had more points in the paint, 36-22, plus 14 advantage there. Also, they had a 13-6 advantage in fast break points. Look, I know a lot of JLin fans are going to be really unhappy about this game. I know it; they're already saying it on Twitter. I understand what Clifford did in this game. I'm not super unhappy about it. I just wanted the team to win, and I thought the team had a really good chance to win down the stretch. The one thing that was very good for the Hornets tonight was they only turned the ball over 7 times, which is fantastic, especially on the road. That's really, really good. The team, and I said it on Twitter, the team played really hard. The problem for the team tonight, and this is the first time in 3 games that it's happened, but it's happened earlier in the season, was the second unit couldn't get it going. And it was reflected in the plus-minus statistics. Now, this isn't a big surprise. As I've said in other videos, usually what happens is your bench plays better at home, pardon me, and it plays worse on the road. It's just unfortunate because the bench had played 2 good games in a row. They were an asset in the last 2 games. Tonight wasn't really the case, although Jeremy Lamb had a good game. As far as how JLin did, he played a solid game. He didn't play badly in this game. Even in the first half, he was 0 for 4 shooting. He did not play badly. He just missed shots. The difficulty for him tonight, I thought, was kind of coordinating the second unit offense. And I'm not saying that's all his fault. It could be the fault of other players on the team. What I thought Clifford was thinking down the stretch was, look, Kemba knows what I want to run. I'm used to Kemba. Plus, if we put Kemba and Jeremy out there, then it could be a situation once again where Jeremy's got to guard Jimmy Butler or somebody else that's got several inches on him. I can't remember if they went with McDermott down the stretch or not. So I think part of the calculation in Clifford's mind was not sure I want JLin on Jimmy Butler late, or Tony Snell, who's got a couple inches on Jeremy also. And Jeremy Lamb had hit a three-pointer tonight, and Jeremy Lamb is a better three-point shooter, or as regarded as a better three-point shooter than JLin is. And so you've made most of your accomplishments tonight because of the three-point shot. So I understand. So that's kind of why, that's another reason why you want to go with Jeremy Lamb. Look, I'm not saying that Jeremy Lamb should finish every game and JLin should not. I'm not saying that JLin couldn't have done better if he stayed in the fourth, because he was heating up in the fourth quarter. All I'm telling you is I understand why Clifford did what he did. The one thing that's good about Kemba Walker is he can get to where he wants on the court. He doesn't always shoot the ball well, and he doesn't always make perfect decisions. But if the offense gets bogged down, he can make things happen. I thought that Jeremy was having a little bit of difficulty with that tonight because of good Chicago defense. Also, Chicago is a tall and big team, which means they're difficult to get to the rim against. I think Jeremy was, he got the one shot blocked by Derrick Rose, and it's harder to drive against Chicago than it is against some other teams. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Clifford's 100% right. It could have been the case that if he sticks with JLin down the stretch, then the team wins. But I understand why he did what he did. I get it from a logical perspective. Like I said, I thought the team played really. They put all the energy out there. It's just the second unit. It's not cohesive, and with Cody Zeller out, it's even less athletic. So you got Spencer Hawes, Frank Kaminsky, Jeremy Lamb's pretty good athlete. It's not super athletic, particularly the big men. So it's harder for them to finish around the rim. And that means it's harder for Jeremy to do pick and roll alley-oops for dunks, because these guys they're just not great athletes. Zeller is a really good athlete. He was out tonight because of a sprained ankle, and he was missed, and probably, I'm sure Jeremy missed him quite a bit in terms of having a pick and roll partner. The last time that these two teams played, which of course Charlotte won by blowout, JLin played 19 minutes. Today he played 17 minutes. One thing I did like that Clifford did in the first half was he did let JLin play against Jimmy Butler, and it worked out well, the way that it worked out pretty well in the preseason. So my overall feeling tonight was it's a tough loss. I love the effort that the team gave. I'm okay with what Clifford did, even if it might have gone differently had he chosen a different finishing group. And let's move on. I think that the team acquitted themselves well. They didn't play badly. They played well. I'm happy for Jeremy. He got no turnovers, because that's going to help his stats. That's going to help his turnover ratio, which is always a thing for him, and that's going to be good tonight. Jeremy's shots that he missed were good shots. Like almost all of them looked right on line. They just didn't go in. So, including a contested three-pointer that was defended really well by Mirotic, that shot looked real good. And it looked a lot better than the three-pointers that Jeremy had missed in recent games. So maybe his form was kind of locked in tonight. And I just think Jeremy didn't have that extra gear or that extra sink tonight. And again, that's not his fault. It's not all his fault. If you put him in with the starters, then you might get a different result. If you put him in with front court players, big men who are more athletic, you might get a different result. But this is what he's working with, and the offense was stagnant with the second unit. And that's what Clifford saw, and that's what it was. I mean, so you gotta, like I said, if your offense is bogging down, Kemba can make things happen. He can kind of get to the rim. He can do some things. And Kemba played 37 minutes tonight. I guarantee you Steve Clifford does not want to play Kemba Walker 37 minutes. He'd probably like to play him about 30 minutes. Look, I'm not, for Jeremy Lin fans, I'm not saying that it's, I know people are feeling betrayed and angry, and Clifford was going to let him play more and play through mistakes, and he was going to let him play with Kemba and this type of thing. It's a lot tougher when you get in games and it comes down to winning and losing. When you can say a lot of things, but when it comes down to it, you're trying to win. And we've said it before, Coach Clifford is coaching for his future because of his contract's up at the end of this year. And I understand it. I understand it. That's how I can put it. I thought this game might be a blowout. I thought the Bulls might kind of really do what they wanted to do. They didn't do that. Like I said, the Charlotte team is resilient. And I give a lot of credit to the first unit because they kept having to deal with deficits and they kept digging out of them. They really were in good flow tonight. The offense, really good. And I honestly, I like what I saw from the team quite a bit tonight, and that should hopefully carry over to more games. Again, when I think about Jeremy Lin and I think about playing time and stuff, I don't think about it one game at a time. The more the team wins, the better the things go, the better things are going to be for Jeremy. The more relaxed things are going to be, the more risk that Steve Clifford will take in his mind in terms of who to play and how much to play them. So the more the team wins, the better things are going to be. The great news, this is really wild. I'm looking at the schedule right now. Charlotte's got a massive homestand coming up, like a huge one, longer than most homestands go. When you look at the schedule right now, the next 5 games are all winnable games. At home against Portland, at the New York Knicks, at home against Brooklyn, at home against Philadelphia, at home against Sacramento. All 5 of those teams are beatable. And so whatever happened tonight, and if Jeremy not playing, everything can be redeemed and rejuvenated in that stretch. And it actually looks like the Hornets are playing something like 8 of their next 9 at home, which is very nice. So now's the time to fatten up on the wins. Tonight you kind of expected a loss. And then that's kind of the way I looked at it. It was a bonus how close it was and that the team could have won. Portland's not great this year. Brooklyn is really not good. Philly, not good. Sacramento, okay, but they have personality issues. Knicks they're good. That's going to be the toughest game of those 5 games, or it should be. The Knicks will be favored in that game, but it is a winnable game. It's something that can be achieved. Hopefully the team can come out and win 4 of the next 5, win 3 of the next 5, get your record over 500, and then go from there. As I said, the better the things go for the team, the better things are going to go for Jeremy Lin. And the less pressure there is on everybody, and the less tense and tight everybody is. This team has the chance, has a shot making the playoffs, and it's going to be hard. So every little thing counts. Every little win, every little loss, everything counts. And it didn't quite work out tonight. And once again, that was because of how the second unit played. And that's just, statistically, that's what it was. That's it. That's really about all I have to say. Jeremy's PER will go down tonight. It's not going to totally crash, but it's definitely going down. He came into this game with, I want to say, about a 21.2 PER, which is very good, quite good. And tonight, the efficiency was certainly significantly below that. It'll go down. It'll go down a couple points. I don't know, maybe 19, something like that, which is still a good number. But this is just one of those nights. It's just one of those times where between your own self and what the opponent is doing and what your teammates are doing, it just didn't quite, it wasn't Jeremy's time to shine. And that's okay. Last game, it was his time to shine. And Kemba Walker, now Jefferson, sat on the bench during the entire fourth quarter. It's just, this is how it goes. This is how it goes. Up one night, down the next. So let's move on to the next game. And as I mentioned, that game will take place against the Portland Trail Blazers. And it will take place in Charlotte, North Carolina, I believe. Yeah, I'm just getting my schedule set here. Yes. That game is coming up in 2 days from now. It will take place in Charlotte at 5 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States. That means it'll take place super early on Monday, November 16th at 6 a.m. in Taipei, Taiwan, and in China. Again, Charlotte should be favored in that game. They definitely can win that game. They should win the game. You win that game, you're back at 500, and you're back in business. So let's just put this game behind us and like I said, build from it. Team performed, the team really dug in deep tonight. The first unit really played hard, and that's a good thing to see. Thumbs up, thumbs down, your comments below. I'm sure plenty of people will totally disagree with me and be mad about Steve Clifford, so I expect to hear that. I want to thank Gary Chen for the artwork you're looking at right now. Gary is an artist and blogger in Taiwan. He is a member also of the JLin Garden Group fan group. You'll find information about Gary and JLin Garden in the video description below the video player. Also, we'll put highlight information in the video description. Finally, you can find information about how to follow us on Twitter and how you can join the Conservative Media Facebook group in the video description as well. Once again, I am PFE Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. Thanks a lot for watching Conservative Media. We strive to be the #1 JLin YouTube fan channel. Sorry for my voice, just been a little bit dried out and super heated here in the Northeast. It's getting cold, so the heat's cranking, and I could use a lozenge or two. As I said, this is just, it's just another game. Yes, things could have been different if the substitutions were different. I wish the team would have won. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think Jeremy's too worried about what happened tonight. Let's move on to Portland, and hopefully Jeremy's and the team are ready to have a big night on that night and get the win. So we will see you soon. We will see you at most 2 days from now, and we'll see you also in the comments and on Twitter. Have a great night, a great day wherever you are. Take care. We will see you again real soon.